she's passing the responsibility and sourcing her risks. Okay. I'm looking at those who have not spoken yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, panel. Excellent conversation as usual. I think I'll just make a bit of contribution and then maybe challenge some of the assumptions you have. Speaking earlier, we talked about communication as being key, and I couldn't agree more. Currently, I work for Nigeria. We're building our seventh train. Currently being developed by an EPC contractor, a consortium of three companies, SCB, Saipem, Shioda, and Dewo. Saipem is Italian. Shioda is South Korean. And Dewo is South Korean, Shioda is Japanese. Now they're working in Bonny, in a Nigerian environment, with 10,000 locals. Speak all languages, if I'm maybe in the primary. Now I want to talk about culture and communication. How do we now manage that? Just to put this against, it's a green field in an existing brown field. So we just have a lot of mix. So when we say there's a message and we say there's one team, one goal to deliver 27 safely, but the cultures are different. Yeah. One guy from Dewo speaks, the local struggle to him is in South Korea. I struggle to hear him. Japanese guy speaks and it's a little bit difficult. Now the Italians have an interesting culture. For everybody who works with Saipem is something that I'm sure we can all relate to. So the cultures are different, the communication styles are different. So how do we then pass one message on operational health and safety? Because our primary goal is yes, we want to deliver that train, or want to deliver that train safely. So it's something that as we grow in our organizations and as a nation, it's something that we actually have to be deliberate about. We'll talk about let's translate our message to local language, to Pidgin, to Ibani. Nobody reads Ibani. Translate to Pidgin, we can't read Pidgin. So how do we then pass the message? And I think it's something that's good for thought for everybody. Because we think we are communicating, we are creating awareness. But your audience, are they actually hearing you? One question I would like to open. Now I'd like to also speak to the comment about enforcement and compliance. I'm not an NDA. But when I hear that NDAs have been mandated over a year ago to set up operational health and safety units in their departments, and a year later they tell me the CEO is not aware. It's not about awareness, it's about non-compliance, and there should be enforcement and there should be punishment. Really, we can create so much awareness, but there would be a time when we put stake on ground and say, gentlemen, you are responsible, you are accountable. One of the biggest challenges we have here as a country is that we get the road everything. You overspeed, you pay 200 naira a kilometer. But all of us here, we travel outside the shore of this country and you obey the speed limits. Why? It's not because they are angels or we get there or angels, but because there are consequences. They don't even have to follow you. They just take a picture of your car and send to you, and you're paying a ticket of $350. One time it happens to you are not going to overspeed again. There is a place for consequences. In our organization, one of the things we try to do is, of course, go zero. Yeah. One area where we have struggled with is drug and alcohol. I'm saying if you are under the influence in a gas plant,
in the middle row.
There's somebody there.
There's someone there.
Okay.
At the back.
This here?
Yeah.
Yes, there. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. So I want to speak on the data. Prior to this time, I used to believe picture tells a story. But right now, data tells a story. So let me connect it to ESG. The encounterment of ESG metrics across the ESG. But for organizations, right, you have to choose what applies to you, and then get that data with respect to what applies to you. So connecting to what Prof said, you have to know what you want before you start sourcing for the data. Right? That's one. Two, I don't want to stress myself going to play with Excel sheets. It can be tiring. you can lose the data. Any little thing can happen and you're frustrated. So I'll leverage on technology. Simple. There's enablement, there's coherence, there's intellects, there are lots of softwares you can use to gather data. Analyze it, gives you a trend, and you know where to pinpoint the problem. So that's it. Thank you.
One more. Personal experience. I've decided not to be working with Excel. The software and the app does the job for me. It's not that I'm not smart. It is also not that I don't know how to use Excel.
Did I pick it off the shelf? No, I did not. It took a lot. If you know what it means to be a certified Scrum Master. During the COVID, I told myself, you know what? Occupational health and safety on one hand, data and to equip yourself. And I can tell you my story for the past 2-3 years. It's been amazing. That's the truth. So please, let's wear that back and begin to leverage technology and improve ourselves. Future is looking at technology. That's the truth. Thank you.
One more to go. One more. Okay, I think this hand has back. Let me give it to him. Okay.
Good morning, safety professionals, elders, those in academia. My senior prof. Yeah, you said you raised a very expedient point about our curriculum. We seem to be practicing a kind of bottle system. A system whereby if you come up with creative or innovative ideas, you'll be seen as a renegade. You will be pushed aside. Somebody will tell you, I've been here for 30, 35 or 40 years. This is how we do it. We don't do it this way. That is the photo system I'm talking about. You mentioned about, I remember when I was doing my master's at Delta State University, Abraka. They brought a program that was used at that was too. So we need to, these consequences, yes, we said that when you apply consequences, it may be in excess, and then you might not get the end result. At times, it is good. You tell this person, like, we have what we know as SOP 116 in my place of work, the use of cell phones. You don't go to hydrocarbon processing area with cell phone. But you see an adult, he will put it in his pocket, and when it rains, he will bring it out. I know that most of us is living in the night. And then, because of static electricity build up and gas, what will happen next is what? Explosion. So these are things we should, so there should be consequences for certain, misdemeanors, so that we'll be able to, face the reality at hand. And that's my case for now. Thank you.
All right, I think this is much we can take. We are constrained. We are heavily constrained. Actually, I have paid the due. We actually started this by, that was 9:31. 9:31. So are you asking me that there are 10 minutes remaining?
Yes, that's actually what I'm saying.
There is power behind that is pushing me. So don't make me make mistakes, because if you work on that.
Let us take one more question and then after one I will.
Yes, if I may advise, maybe if you can, instead of the time that you give them, if you can give them to 2 minutes. This
One minute.
One minute.
I think it's okay. These two have been raising hands.
Yes, 1 minute.
So 1 minute.
Just 1 minute that I'm going to use. And in 1 minute, we talked about data. And we want to extract data, and we also want to get results. What I realized from my experience is that inside and outside, we have not been able to integrate data between the MDAs and government agencies. Passport office is not talking to NIN. NIN is not talking to driver's license. Driver's license is not talking to bank. Bank is not talking to government agency. To drive it back to where I was coming from, where I work at the moment, government drive to the extent that I only need to put my NIN in the hospital, my NIN to retrieve my password in the bank, my NIN to retrieve my driving license in the traffic department. They were all integrated. If we integrate, we will get data.
we will get occupational health data as well, because the hospital is linked to the traffic department. When accident happen, when the result comes in, the impact goes straight to the hospital on what they are hands-on data collection. The doctor sees what happened in the field already, and it goes on. Thank you.
Thank you. You, sir.
Okay. He was the one.
Hope nobody wanted to. Thank you very much, the moderator and everyone. I just wanted to give personal examples. And the personal examples I want to give are with Indorama. Indorama, somebody talked about procedures and systems. In Indorama, they are institutionalized. Every year we do PME, periodic medical examination. And everybody, 7,000 people that work in Indorama, of Indian origins, Korean origins, Nigerians, everybody is made to go and do tests of different dimensions. And from there, you're able to gather data that you are able to know what is prevalent, what can we do, noise level, malaria, mental health, and all those kind of things. So unless you have institutionalized systems, procedures, you'll be having all these issues. Number two is that in Indorama, health and safety is for management, the members of the, and everybody. We don't think that safety is for safety professionals. Yesterday, Charles, I think Charles is here. They are the safety professionals. But all of us, everybody is made to be a partaker in the safety, whether it is safety for this or for health. So I think that you said it all, that there should be a communique. Let there be a communique to create awareness first. When you create awareness, then you begin to talk about consequence and what are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more?
It's two now.
1 minute, 1 minute and less, if it's possible.
Thank you very much. I want to go back to the opening statement, that is establishment of the best practice. One surprising thing is to be saying the FDAs as of now don't have the NPA, where I worked and retired far back 2008, we had it. And I think the first thing is there must be a policy document for establishing it. And you see, we need to even look at what are those basic objectives of the OHS itself in establishing it. And one error I have seen is, for instance, mostly we look at occupational health and safety. When you hear safety, they go to an engineer, maybe a mechanical engineer. Health, they go for a nurse. And these are the people that will form the bulk of these departments. But yes, we talk of the culture of organization. Even in the field of studies, though Prof was saying some degrees are supposed to be hard, these are even where the errors are, because you have to look at, when we talk of mental health, we talk of psychosocial. Who are those that study those things? When you talk about people working in this organization, yes, of different culture, then you have to get people who have studied about people's culture, psychology, you bring them together to form this department so that all people from different dimensions work together. When there are issues, they look at it from different backgrounds and we now get it.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, I think this one is okay.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for your contribution. Mr. George, can you permit me 1 minute last words and we close? Okay, I should bring it down. Okay, can we just say, okay, one from here, one from the lady, and we close? Okay, Prof, 1 minute on behalf of all my men represented here.
All right, thank you very much. I think what I would just say is that, one, we need to be very persistent. Say that we need to know what happens in other areas. Like for instance, my brother there was saying, in the energy, I know that you have guidelines that people normally follow. That person I've told you, I'm telling you, in this Nigeria, we have some agencies that even the president doesn't know about them. I'm telling you, there are some agencies that throughout the 8 years of Buhari administration, they have not even changed their CEOs because it's either they have forgotten about them or they don't even know about them. So what I'm just...
But I noticed that the establishment of the Telecom desk actually, promoted a lot of the quality management system, complaint management and everything. I think this can also be adopted for the occupational health and safety. Office of the Presidency could have that desk where they could use them as task force to monitor the health and safety. Thank you so much, my panelists. President, please, if you permit me, let's have a photograph with my panelists. Thank you so much, everybody. Mr. George, PE. Madam, please. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank all of us for the patience. And I want to crave your indulgence, just for you to know. There's what we call a domino effect. To some extent, we did not start early. And because we did not do that, we have to compensate for that as well. So we can see a little shift. I will try as much as I can to manage the time.